Hi guys, this is Ife of Ife 360 TV, and I'm here to talk to you about habits that I had that kept my hair short. Short. It was short. My hair was short. Okay, so firstly, I want to talk to you about how short my hair was. My hair was short all my life, for most of my life until about 6 years ago, 6 or 7 years ago. I changed a lot of my habits, and that allowed my hair to grow. So I used to do a lot of cornrows. I used to do a lot of wild things. So let me get into it. First of all, I want to show you a picture of what my hair used to look like. This is what my hair looked like. Short. So the first thing that I think was a contributing factor, then you know that they say having the thought, it usually contributes to the action or what you manifest. The very first thing that I think kept my hair short was I believed that I could never have long hair. I actually believed my hair will not grow, it will not get any longer than it was, that I knew it as. And that manifested in everything that I did, and that was the first stumbling block for me. And it's something that I constantly thought about, and I constantly believed. A lot of people would ask me, hey, how come your hair never grows past a certain length? I would actually tell them, my hair doesn't have it's never going to grow any longer than it is. And so said, so done. It never grew much longer until later on in life when I changed a lot of my habits. So you have to believe something more than your current situation for it to change in the first place. Especially because in my family, I never saw long hair. Well, at least in my immediate family. My cousin, I had in particular one cousin, she has always had long hair, and I actually remember always wanting her hair because it was so long, it was so beautiful, it was so full of life, and I always thought that I would be able to get I never believed that I can have hair like hers. Second habit that I had that kept my hair short, I used a fine tooth comb. I know it's like the cardinal sin of curly hair, but I used a fine tooth comb for everything, and I would sit down and I would go through my strands and I would actually be ripping through my hair with a fine tooth comb, and I didn't know that was a contributing factor to my hair staying short. The other thing that I did, I believed that I needed to get every single tangle out of my hair. Like, my hair was not done, it was not ready to be combed or braided or cornrowed until I was able to get my fine tooth comb effortlessly going through my hair. So I would sit down for hours and I would try to go through as I said, I would be ripping through my hair just to make sure I had no tangles, constantly detangle. That was my third thing. Definitely detrimental to my hair, not being able to, like, breaking off and not being able to grow. Fourth thing that I did was trimming my hair every 5 to 6 weeks. I would actually cut off 2 to 3 inches and then wonder, why isn't my hair growing? Why? Ding! I'm cutting it off. So every time my hair probably tried to grow, if I wasn't ripping it out with a fine tooth comb, my hair, any growth that I did eventually have, I cut it off. I mean, for some people, trimming the hair often might work, but for me, I was actually trimming every 5 to 6 weeks. I was trimming 2 to 3 inches off. 2 to 3 inches. I mean, it barely even grew a couple inches, because they say you grow about a half an inch every month. Any length that I was getting, I was chopping it off again, trimming it off. But the fifth thing that I did was I used grease, like Dax pomade. That's what I used. I used Dax for years. Petroleum grease. Oh my God. I even used Vaseline at some points too. And I would really grease it into my scalp. And my scalp couldn't breathe. If my scalp needed oxygen to grow, that wasn't happening. So I slathered on the Dax onto my scalp, and that really was a contributing factor as well to my hair staying really short. Greasing my scalp clogged my pores. Chance of any nutrients getting in from water or whatever, or any sort of growth that it tried to do, it wasn't possible. This one, it took me a while to stop doing, just so drying. It's shampoo, regular shampoo with sodium Laureth Sufate. Yes, SLS. I used that for many years, and I would like really lather up my hair. I can't believe I did it. I can't believe that I did it. Still, I mean, you would think that it's common sense, but it was a way of life for me and taking care of my hair. I thought that was taking care of my hair. It clearly was not. So shampoo, it was drying out my strands, and then I would try to put the moisture back in. So, and then I was trying to detangle that, because I would like really go in when I am shampooing. Like, I didn't shampoo like gently. No, I went like this. Like, I went in. So that was definitely something that caused my hair to stay dry, stay limp, and lose a lot of the nutrients and natural oils especially. And my hair was suffering, and I didn't even know it. Suffering. Now, for some people this might be different, but for me, I washed my hair too often. Like, I washed my hair every week. Like, now I wash my hair once a month, drying out my scalp, drying out my strands, drying out my hair. It really caused my hair to have a hard time replenishing its oils and getting any chance to grow. Next thing, mini twists. I loved mini twists back in the day. I did tons of them. I hope I have a picture or two of them. It's funny because I had my hair in mini twists all the time, a lot of times. It was like a go-to hairstyle. I kept it in. First of all, it's not that I'm saying twists are a bad habit. It's what I did with twists that were bad habits. I kept twists in for I'm kind of ashamed to say how long, but I kept it in for sometimes 3 months. It was horrible. It was, by the time I was ready to take it out, it was a tangled mess. I had to snip some hairs out. I saw a lot of hair loss. It was just matted. It was dry. I wasn't replenishing with nutrients or water. It was difficult to wash. So when I did wash, it was a mess. It was a mess. It's not the fact that many twists were the problem. It's how I maintained. It was poor. I don't even want mini twists in my hair ever again, because first of all, they take too long to put in, and then you have to take it out. It's too much work. It's too difficult to even maintain for me, and then to wash. I might revisit it one day just for the channel so y'all could see what it looks like on my hair. I might do it. I may learn some new habits to take care of. I don't know if I'll still do it again, but to me, it's a lot of maintenance and I find it difficult to work with. Staying in the vein of detangling, I brushed my hair. So that's the next thing, brushing my hair. So I used a regular brush. Like, I don't even know what kind of brush it was. It was regular, hard bristled brushes, and I was back again. So in addition to using my fine tooth comb, trying to get all the tangles out, I used a brush. So I would go through with a fine tooth comb, la-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da, and then I would take my brush and really try to get every single strand and every single knot and detangle. And by the time I was done, I had so much hair in my brush, so much hair in my fine tooth comb. Half of it was not in my head anymore. So that was the other thing. Using a brush. I don't even use a brush anymore. I don't even own a brush. I haven't owned one almost 10 years now. Because now, I've always dreamed of being able to have my hair open and free in the wind, because that's what I saw. I saw a lot of women with their hair natural and free, thinking that they were natural and free like that, and I'm like, oh, I'm so jealous. I thought it was so cool. I left my hair open to the wind, like open. The elements, they took charge of it, because I'm from Trinidad, so we Carnival Monday and Tuesday. Actually, today is Carnival Monday. Hey, Carnival, right? But my point is, I would go Carnival Monday and Tuesday. The wind will attack my hair, the sun will attack my hair, and it will get tangled. It'll be a mess, and then I'll go home, and I wouldn't retwist or recomb or rebraid. I would just leave my hair, go to bed like that, go out the next day, and I would do that for like 2 to 3 weeks sometimes, and then wonder why my hair is so tangled. I just didn't know. I just didn't think. I probably had a lot of blonde moments. I just didn't think that women who would have their hair open and wild, I didn't think that they would replait their hair every night. I just didn't know that. So now I know. I don't do that anymore, but that was one thing that I did. So I ended up with a lot of tangles, a lot of stress, a lot of hair loss, gone back to detangling with a fine tooth comb, and I lose my hair once again, breaking it off, keeping it a short length and never growing. Drying my hair with a towel, a regular towel. So after I washed my hair with that same old raggedy shampoo, dried my hair, I don't even want to reenact it because it was so horrible. I would take a towel and go like this. So that's what I would do to get my hair dry. It'll end up a mess, it'll end up tangled, and then I'm stuck trying to get the tangles out again with my fine tooth comb and my brush, losing my hair all over again. So the next thing I did as well was I used very little water to re-moisturize my hair. So now I would moisturize a lot with water to help my hair grow, give it some nutrients that it needs, and really moisturize. That's what I do now. But back then, I hardly ever used water to replenish anything that was lost, ever. Like, my hair was parched, dry. What was I thinking? I have to say, shout out to my friend Carol. Is it okay if I call your name? Too late, girl, I already called it. It was because of her I had to rethink my hair habits, and it was because of her that I decided to really change my hair journey. So not change my hair journey, actually start a proper hair journey. So this is the final habit. This one thing that I did was the turning point in realizing that, okay, I'm doing something wrong. One day my friend said to me, I was at her house and she asked me, so you don't detangle your hair in the shower with conditioner? I'm like, no, I don't ever do that. I've never done that. And her questioning me made me wonder, maybe there is a better way to take care of my hair. Maybe there is a better way to detangle. There's a better way to comb my hair, to style my hair, and that's what brought me to where I am today, where I now know how to take care of my hair better. I know how to detangle, how to replenish moisture, give it nutrients. That's just because of that one question. That was a turning point in how I style my hair and how I was able to recover its growth and help my hair grow into what it is today. Dry detangling was definitely the biggest thing that I've ever done, and biggest habit that I ever did that caused my hair to stay at a certain length, to break whenever I was handling it. Changing that one habit caused like a ripple effect of the change in my overall hair regimen. That's it for me today, and dealing with habits that I did that kept my hair short. Now, if you have habits that you did and you changed, I would love to hear from you. Please leave them in the comments below, and I can't wait to read them. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. See you!